Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Miss Celeste Resente from Mariana Marcos, Teacher 1, and I would like to present to you our research proposal for the school year 2020-2021. Today is December 9, and I hope this will be a great contribution for our fellow teachers and fellow students who could be watching our presentation regarding their field of work, specialization, and their choice for the research title. So these are their presentations. Please watch. For our presenter number one, it's Mr. Gilbert Dimaano. For presenter number two, from Miss Yula, Miss Danday for Group 3, Mr. Buen Cochilios Group for Group 4, and Miss Makirang for Group 5. Thank you so much.
Good morning, ma'am, and good morning, classmates. So, I am the leader of our group, and our topic is all about the readiness of selected grade 12 students from Mariano Marcos Memorial High School on work immersion program amidst the pandemic. This research was made by yours truly, Gilbert Di Maano, Carl Geronimo, Angela De Vera, Kimberly Pacaunsis, Darwin Ganalon, Leomar De La Cruz, Prince Tuason, and Justine Arca. The contents of this research are title page, table of content, the chapter 1, problem it and its setting, under that the introduction, statement of the problem, significance of study, and scope and delimitation. First, the chapter 1, the problem and its background. Introduction. So, in this part of the research, our topic is all about the work immersion program and its benefits to the students. So, work immersion program is a required training for students that will give them opportunity to work under a certain company or institution that will provide skills, knowledge, or any various competencies that will prepare students for employment. The basis and the sources of this research are from the memorandum from Department of Education. So in this research, we are aiming to produce some conducive information that may be helpful to other students who will undergo work immersion program amidst the pandemic or in the new normal setup. Next, statement of the problem. In the statement of the problem, we have three problems, okay? So it explains the key points of this research and the aim to determine the readiness of selected grade 12 students from Mariano Marcos Memorial High School. So question number 1. Are the selected grade 12 students of Mariano Marcos Memorial High School ready for the implementation of work immersion amidst the pandemic? Number 2. Are the selected grade 12 students of Mariano Marcos Memorial High School in favor of the implementation of work immersion amidst the pandemic? Number 3. What is the significant relationship between the readiness of the selected grade 12 student on work immersion program and the pandemic? Next, for our significance of study, this undergraduate senior high school proposal or program is expected to determine the significant relationship between the readiness of the selected grade 12 students of Mariano Marcos Memorial High School and the implementation of work immersion program amidst the pandemic. The significant substantial impact on every aspect having different importance to the following individuals. First, the students. This research will allow them to express their insight on the implementation of the work immersion program amidst the pandemic. Second, to the teachers. This study will help them understand the situation of the students under the implementation of the work immersion program. Third, to the administration. As the leaders of the school, this research will help them to come up with a lot of ideas and options that will help the students during the program. Fourth, to the parents. This research will help them to guide and support their children on their work immersion program. Fifth, To the future researchers, the findings of this study or research could give further ideas and be used as basis for research topics. Scope and delimitation. This study will be conducted to determine the state of readiness of selected grade 12 students from Mariano Marcos Memorial High School on work immersion program amidst the pandemic. The population. The students of this study are selected grade 12 students of Mariano Marcos Memorial High School. Research local. This study will be conducted at Mariano Marcos Memorial High School in 2090 Dr. M. Carion Street, Santa Ana, Manila. Time frame. This study will start on October 5, 2020, beginning of the first semester, and it will be completed on January 30, 2021. Thank you and thank you everyone. Have a blessed day and I hope that you enjoyed our presentation. For the next speaker, may I call on Miss Yula May Caldero. Yan po siya. Thank you po.
Good morning, everyone. We are the Group 1. Our research title is all about the impact of the new normal to the lives of selected teachers in Mariano Marcos Memorial High School. The researchers are Yulame Cordero, our leader, Micaela Alvarez, Janina Asperila, Roma Ribalaisi, Alicer Ebalio, Andre Pura, Joshua Villahin. Background of the study. The new normal should be taken into consideration in the planning and implementation of the new normal educational policy. Teachers and students had to learn instantly how to adapt to remote teaching. This is also true for teacher education. The researchers chose this topic to know what is the impact of the new normal, not just to the students, but also to the teachers who are struggling in operating an online class to its student. Statement of the problem. This study was conducted to determine the effects of the new normal on the lives of selected teachers of Mariano Marcos Memorial High School amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Specifically, this study sought to answer the following questions: demographic profile, the effect of new normal to the teachers, significance relationship between the demographic profile to the teachers. Hypothesis: there is no significant relationship between the new normal on the lives of selected teachers of Mariano Marcos Memorial High School. There is a significant relationship between the new normal on the lives of selected teachers of Mariano Marcos Memorial High School. Significance of the study. The significant substantial impact on every aspect having different importance to the following individuals: the students, to teachers, to administration, to the parents, to the future researchers. Scope and delimitation. Respondents of the study: 25 teachers in Mariano Marcos Memorial High School. Time frame: this study has started on November 23, 2020, beginning of the first quarter of school year 2020 to 2021, and will tentatively be completed on January 30, 2021. Local: Mariano Marcos Memorial High School, 2090, Dr. M. Carrion Street, Santa Ana, Manila. That's all. Thank you for listening. Our next presenter is Rosie May Danday.
Thank you. So, good morning to each and everyone. So, our title research is all about the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the lives of skilled workers, this new normal in Pandacan, Manila. Presented by me, Rosime Danday, Miss Denise Ann Oliveros, and Mr. Jomar Toledo. Next slide, please. So, background of the study. So, here we are going to address the disadvantages and advantages of implementing the new normal to our skilled workers. So, dito po ay we are going to locate how the new normal affect our skilled worker negatively and positively. And the next one is the reason why majority of Filipinos quit their job. So there is a two reason why many Filipino skilled workers quit their job is because first, the threat of COVID-19, they don't ayaw nilang mahawa sila or yung kasama nila sa bahay. Or the second one, hindi nila kayang sumabay sa bagong protocol na ipinapagawa dito ngayon sa ating bansa. And the next one is why many Filipinos are depressed and stressed. So, this one is kind of too sensitive, but we are going to do our research with a lot of caution. Okay, next slide.
Statement of the problem. This study aims to determine the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the lives of skilled workers, this new normal in Pandacan, Manila. First is, what are the effects of COVID-19 pandemic on the everyday lives of workers? Number two, how they do survive their lives during this new normal. Number three, what are the brackets, age, and work of the respondents?
Significance of the study. To the student, this will serve as an eye-opener for them to give them an idea about how COVID-19 affect the lives of skilled workers. To the school and school management, this study will also help teachers and school management to inform and encourage their students to study during this new normal. And the teachers to understand why some students can participate in the synchronous class. To the parents, this research is to inform the parents of these children about the effects of COVID-19 pandemic in this new normal. And to the future researchers, to provide them references and motivation for completion of their research.
Scope and delimitation. This study was conducted to determine the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the lives of skilled workers, this new normal in Pandacan, Manila. A. Respondents of the study. The respondent of the study are the selected non-workers in Pandacan, Manila with a total 10 of non-workers. Next slide. B. Research local. This study will be conducted here in Pandacan, Manila. And the time frame, this study started on November 25, 2020, the beginning of the first semester, and will be completed on December 12, 2020. And that's it. Thank you, everyone. And our next presenter is Miss Shannon Akendo. Thank you.
John Paul, please proceed.
Okay, noted, our presenter. So, good morning, Mr. Sente. Good morning, classmates, and good morning to all
Oh
viewers.
my gosh. Um, ayun na siya. Okay, so thank you for your patience. Can you see my screen?
Yes po.
Okay, thank you. Okay, John Paul, please proceed. John Paul.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, again, good morning, Mr. Sente. Good morning to my fellow classmates, and good morning to all viewers. So, for today, we present our research entitled Educational Impact of Online Classes Among Grade 12 Senior High School Students under HUMSS. So, next slide, our dear presenter. So, the members of this research are the following. So, Anjaime Alermo, the leader of this research, yours truly, John Paul B. Bencochillo, Yana Faith S. Corpus, Aaron M. Lumanog, Shannon V. Oquendo, Jacqueline Pinilla, Carla B. Fonseca, and Maria Lea Angelica M. Trajano.
Okay, thank you, John Paul. For the background of the study, let's proceed to the background of the study. Uh, Begun to be implemented in 2011 in the Philippines, K to 12 is an education system under the Department of Education, whose objectives are to enhance learners' basic skills, produce more competent citizens, and prepare graduates for lifelong learning and employment, meaning they need to add 2 years to the education system in order for the students to enhance their basic skills. Next is K to 12 has been continually compared with all old education system since its implementation. However, due to the coronavirus pandemic that has been spread out since 2019, the Department of Education implemented a distance learning approach for the purpose of securing the health of the teachers, the staffs of the schools, and the students. Meaning, it will be presented through online class, which includes 2 classes, which is the synchronous and the asynchronous class. The synchronous class is a mode of learning with a set class schedule and required login times, while asynchronous learning does not require real-time interaction. According to Secretary Leonor Briones, the distance learning is a major component of learning delivery for the incoming school year. Distance learning means lesson will be delivered outside the traditional face-to-face setup. Thus, it will be presented through online class, which includes asynchronous and synchronous class. This will help the students, the staffs, the admins to ensure and secure their health and also learn in the comfort of their own home. The chapter 1, These ideas are what caused the researchers to study and conduct a survey regarding the impacts of the new normal learning system for the students, specifically in Mariano Marcos Memorial High School, with a minimum of 10 respondents that will come from the HUMSS students. This can give a guideline on addressing the things that should be improved to deliver a quality education for the students. This study will help the staffs of the schools, the students, and also the teachers to implement an effective approach of learning for the online learning to be much more effective. Next is the statement of the problem. John Paul, can you please present our statement of the problem?
Okay, thank you very much, our dear presenter. So here's our statement of the problem. The general objective of the study is to analyze and identify the educational impact of online classes among grade 12 senior high school students under HUMSS. Especially, the study attempts to answer the following questions. 1. What is the demographic profile of the respondents in terms of 1.1, the age, 1.2, the grade or the level, 1.3 is the gender. The second question is, what are the educational impacts of online classes among grade 12 senior high school students under HUMSS? And last but not the least, the third question, is there a significant relationship between the demographic profile of the students and educational impact of online classes among grade 12 senior high school students under HUMSS?
Okay, thank you. For our hypothesis, Leah, please present our hypothesis.
Okay, for the hypothesis, the null hypothesis, there is no significant relationship between the demographic profile of the respondent and the educational impact of online classes. And for the alternative hypothesis, there is a significant relationship between the demographic profile of the respondents and the educational impact of online classes among grade 12 senior high school students under HUMSS.
Okay.
And for the significant of the study, this study is expected to determine significant result on the educational impacts of online classes among grade 12 senior high school students under HUMSS. The significant substantial impact on every aspect having different importance to the following individuals. Okay, to the students. The respondents are the grade 12 students under HUMSS. This study will help them know what strategies will they do in order to succeed academically since they will know what are the educational impact of online classes. To the
Sorry,
teachers,
I'm sorry. Okay.
okay, to the teachers, this study will serve as a guide for them to help the students struggling in online classes and also for them to know what kind of they action are they going to take in this kind of learning since they will give them knowledge about the educational impact of online classes. And the next is the to the administration. As the leaders of the school, this study will help them know what to implement to make the learning much more effective since the students are undergoing online classes. To the parents for continued support to their children on online education amidst the pandemic. To the future researchers, finding of this study could also give future researchers an idea on the possible topics worthy of investigation.
Okay, thank you. And for the scope and delimitation, the focus of this study is to assess impacts of online classes towards our educational status and also to determine whether there is a significant response with each of the respondents. Our population will consist of uh, 10 grade 12 students of humanities and the social sciences strand in the sections UMS A and UMS B who are enrolled during the school year 2020-2021 first semester. For our research local, this study will be conducted through the use of online Google Forms. The respondents will be given survey questionnaire with online Google Forms. And for our time frame, this study started on October 5, 2020, the beginning of first semester, and will be completed on January 30, 2021. Thank you for listening. God bless us all. And for our next presenter, may we call on Miss Makirang. Miss Makirang?
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Our research topic is all about adjustments of grade 12 strand in facing the new normal education system, flexible blended learning. The presenters are Dacomos Angela, Eliodoro Jean Fayan, Garcia Resilin, Lababit Bianca, Bakatigbak Arlie, Makirang Angelica, Rivero Aramay, Bercudia Christine Jade. The background of the study. This worldwide pandemic really changed the life of every person living in this world, especially the life of the students. Whereas in the past many years, students are simply to go there to their schools to learn and discover many things, but due to the unexpected happenings, many things needed to stop to lessen the spreading of this coronavirus. Even some people lose their job because of this. However, the students should continue learning despite of these many circumstances. So the Department of Education pursued to continue this school year using new normal education system, and it causes many changes to the life of every of the students. Online learning call for a greater amount of motivation and self-discipline than a classroom-based course. The, a classroom has one or more instructors and peers who can hold students accountable for their coursework. In contrast, online learning involves setting our own goals, tracking progress, and meeting deadlines. One does not learn effectively in isolation, so online courses do offer discussion forums, email, and one-on-one support. Technology also an individual adds on to the visual experience by incorporating animations, and that can be interactively for effective learning and communication. Education World 2020. This new normal education system will have a very large impact to the students. It will be a factor to add pressure to their studies or to attain success to their near future. Statement of the problem. This part of the research aims to identify students' adjustments in flexible blended learning. Without further ado, this part will answer the following. Is there any adjustments that you encounter in facing blended learning? Does the chosen learning system affect the adjustments of the students? Is there any significant relationship between new blended learning on the life of the students? Significance of the study. This study will be undertaken to find out what are the adjustments of grade 12 UMS strand in facing the new normal system and to know the current study which affects the daily life of a student. Adjusting daily routines, keeping up with these changes is necessary in the education system to cope with problems that may arise from them. Focus on delivering impactful blended learning has been known to be more effective than either of its constituents. The ability to access internet resources allows students to learn and at their own pace. To the school management, this study can be a reminder so that there are other subjects to discover new knowledge. The new normal now is the moment for a thoughtful approach for person learning or online learning adjustments of the students. To the students, this study could help you to manage your time and adjustments of the new normal education system. Do well the research so that they would not suffer. To the parents, this study could contribute to their knowledge about the adjustments of the students in the new normal education. This would lead them to know the priorities of research should them to understand their children. To the community, they may become more involved in when we talk about affects the daily life and adjustments of the students. Scope and delimitation. This study is to compile with the researchers of this topic adjustments of grade 12 UMS student in facing the new normal education system, flexible blended learning. This research was focused on the students' adjustments. Respondents. The respondents were senior high school from grade 12 under the academic track who are enrolled during this school year 2020-2021. Research Research local. These research were conducted through online platforms using Google platforms. Time frame. This study has started on November beginning of this first quarter of school year 2020 to 2021 and will be completed on January 11, 2020. Thank you.
Thank you to all the viewers and greetings to all the presenters. Continue. We hope that you all continue your journey and may God guide you always. Thank you.